Hello everyone, my name is Annette and you might know me on social media as Nettersplays. And today what I'm going to go over are the games that I've acquired in February. But not just that, I'm going to go over my first initial impressions. So I'm not going to review all my games. What I'm basically going to go over are my initial impressions regarding the artwork, the component quality, the rulebook, anything else I can think of. So let's get to it. So the first game I'll talk to you about is Loop Inc. So I acquired Loop Inc. and my first thought was it's beautiful. So not only that, but I really like the artwork. The box is really easy to pick up because it has these indents on the top of the box. So it's really a lot of attention to detail. I enjoyed that from this game. And not just that, let me show you this. It also has this cover and on top of your insert, so your things just don't fall out. So in case you put your game on vertically in your shelf, the components will still stay in place. And I thought that was pretty smart. So, yeah, great first impression. I didn't look over the rulebook, so I can't tell you too much about that. I haven't played the game yet, and so I'm really looking forward to it. Another game I'm looking forward to is Nippon. So Nippon is based on the Japanese Industrial Revolution, and besides the big giant factory in the middle of the game, it also has these cherry blossoms, and it's got like some oxen and a farmer there and the pasture. And yeah, it really took into account what the game is about and just kind of placed it in this really great art piece in front of the cover. Not just that, the component quality is great. It's all cardboard. It's really heavy, so there's a lot in there. I can tell with the board and each player aid, it's going to take up a lot of space. So make sure you have a big enough table when you're going to play this, and a lot of time, because it takes about an hour to 2 hours to play. I haven't played it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So that's Nippon. Another game I've acquired is Hates Charades. So I won this game from the sit-down standard, and first initial impression is I'm not a big fan of charades. And so, but the box looked pretty cool until I just really couldn't open it. But that'll pass with time. It'll get easier. It's just a basic card game. You pick 2 cards and you play them out. Charades. It's basic. But the cards themselves kind of fall into the same humor as Cards Against Humanity. So just if you want to get a game that's Cards Against Humanity with charades, this is it. I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. I can see lots of people liking this. I'm not sure if it's my cup of tea, but I'll keep it around just in case. And another game I've acquired is The Alchemist. And The Alchemist I also won in this contest, and it was from an Instagram account. It was the board game a day. So I won it from him, and it's this game where you basically capture different ingredients and you try to make different potions, and you do so by doing like worker placement. So you do different actions on the board, but not just that, you're also trying to deduce which things make what. So it's kind of like a mathematical induction with worker placement mixed in one box. And not just that, but it has really great, awesome artwork. The game board itself has so much detail, you could just basically look at it and find something new all the time. And I really enjoyed that. The rulebook itself, I haven't gone through in detail. I kind of briefly looked through it, but it kind of makes sense with the theme of the game. So I'm really looking forward to this. Like, it really impressed me because it has a theme. It's not just basic worker placement. It has a theme. Like, you're really trying to make some potions, and you're really trying to put them together. So another game, a couple of games actually, small box games that I've acquired are Coloretto and The Game and Oh My Goods. So these 3 games I've acquired, and what I like about these small box games is basically that I can put them in my purse, put them in my bag, and just take them with me. They make a great game for lunchtime. They're not too long, and they're easy generally to teach. Coloretto is probably, well, actually, the game is really easy to teach. You just basically form some piles, and you try to either get rid of the cards in your hand by putting them in these piles where they ascend or descend from the number that's on it before. So, yeah, really super easy to teach, to play, and it's cooperative, so everyone gets involved. It's kind of a little stressful, but it's fun. Besides the name, I was not impressed with the game. But, however, besides that, I was impressed with the actual mechanic of the game. Another one was the Coloretto one. This is easy to teach, easy to play. Also a lot of fun. But not just that, it's really colorful, it's vibrant, it captures the eye. If you're not a gamer and you see this on the table, I mean, I had a lot of people asking me, what are you playing? What is that? Just because of the pop kind of color work that it has on it. So I highly recommend this. I played it several times before I acquired it, so it's a good game. And Oh My Goods, again, small box, convenient, easy to put in your purse, bag, and just take with you, play on lunchtime. It's a multi-use card game, so each card represents not just one thing, but it can represent a resource, it can represent money, it can represent a certain building that does certain actions, and you can build and build and build. So, yeah, so I also highly recommend this. Another small box game that I acquired is Star Realms. So Star Realms Colony Wars. I'm a big Star Realms fan, so it just made sense that I got this game. Yeah, so Star Realms Colony Wars, I highly recommend it. Highly impressed with the original game, and again with this game, after I played it, it's still balanced. It just brought a lot more to the game. I liked it a lot. Peptide. This is another game that I've acquired. It's a biology-themed game where you're building protein, and this is a very educational game. So if you have like a kid that's learning biology, I mean, this is perfect. Like, you have different organelles, these cards that you're trying to gather, and excuse me, if you don't know what an organelle is, it's basically like the organ of the cell. What is inside a cell? Well, I'll tell you. It's the mitochondria is inside the cell. And you also have the nucleus and other parts of the cell that when you use, for example, the mitochondria, it will produce some ATP. And with ATP, those are energy. So you get some energy in your cells, and then you use these different energies to actually produce proteins. And so you're trying to collect RNA, and then you produce some proteins, and you're trying to get more proteins than your opponents. And I thought it was really smart. I mean, I learned a lot from just playing one game. The game mechanic, I wasn't really too impressed. I think it could be a little worked on, but maybe we weren't playing it right. I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought it's a really beautiful game, highly educational. It just came out, I think, or actually, I'm not sure. So I'll take that back. But Peptide, if you're interested in a biology-based game, science and learning stuff, definitely Peptide. Another game that I got was Pixel Glory. So Pixel Glory, I wasn't very impressed with, simply because the artwork, it's pixelated. I mean, you got this like 8-bit art. Not very like bright, vibrant, or very detailed. But the quality of the components are great. It comes with like these little hearts. And so I thought that was cute. And not just that, after I played it, it actually changed my mind. At first, I did not want to play it. And before that, let me tell you how I got this game. So I got this game because I'm a part of a Gamebox monthly subscription. So they send you a game that you don't have, and they actually work with Board Game Geek. So you list the games that you do have, and it brings you a game. It sends you one to your home that you do not have. I didn't have this one, and so that's how I got this. I didn't necessarily look for this game; it just came to me, and I wasn't too impressed with it. But after the gameplay, it changed my mind. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a deck builder. During one phase, you build your deck, and then you take your deck and you put your deck into the dungeon, and you try to fight these different monsters and acquire different points. So it was pretty fun. I'll keep it around. Another game that I acquired was the Grand Austria Hotel. So I like this game a lot. Basically because it's a worker placement but with dice. So you roll dice, and according to what they show up as you do certain actions. So, and it's not just that, it's also thematic in the sense that you're basically playing a hotel manager, and this manager has guests, and you seat them in your cafe, and you provide to them some wine, some strudel, some cake, or some coffee. And while they eat their food or wait to be served, you set up their rooms. And so it has like a puzzly kind of action with the room placement, and also it was a lot of fun. So great first impression. Also, I got Orleans. Orleans also made a great impression. The artwork for both of these games, actually, it's from the same artist. If it looks familiar, that might be because it's the same artist that makes the Agricola artwork. And I'm forgetting his name. It's Clemens Franz. So I'm not a big fan, but the more I see it, I'm really impressed with his artworks. It's not very great, I think. However, he has so much, there's so much variety in his artwork that just every single person and every single detail is different from one card to another card, from one game to another game. So I appreciate that. So Orleans, actually is a great game too. I found out after playing it. Perfect. I love this game. Great first impression. Playthrough, perfect. Component wise, awesome. And yeah. So great first impression. The other one I also acquired was Roll for the Galaxy. So I love Race for the Galaxy a lot. And this one provides, instead of cards, when you draw a card in Race for the Galaxy, that's how you're given that randomness in the game. However, in Roll for the Galaxy, you're given the randomness through the dice. So you roll the dice, and that's how you get your randomness. It plays a little bit differently, but it's a lot easier to pick up with people that are not familiar with the iconography in Race for the Galaxy. Roll is a little bit easier, and I've had fun a couple times that I've played it before I got this game. So I wanted to add it to my collection, and I did. So, great first impression. Another one, let me reach, is Glen More. So Glen More, I talked about it a little bit on my vlog. Great, awesome game. The artwork, I mean, it's still, I believe it's the same artist. Oh no, it's someone else. Kind of looks like the other guy, but anyways. The component quality could be a little bit better. I wasn't too impressed with it. However, I enjoyed the game so much that I could just dismiss that. Love the game. So, also, I have acquired the granddaddy of them all, the Gallerist. So this was actually one of my Valentine presents to myself and Mitch. We decided to play a game for Valentine's Day, and this was it. So we sat down and played the Gallerist, and let me tell you, this game was great. It's just everything that was in it. You play a Gallerist, and so does your opponent, but you're trying to find and discover these artists. And you discover these artists, and you commission these artwork pieces from them. you hold on to these artwork pieces and you kind of promote these artists and make them more and more famous. And when you're making them famous, well, their artwork's going to become more valuable. So you gain money from that. And just the way that everything just aligns itself and works through and follows through with thematically with the game itself, it just makes sense. It was just so beautiful the way that everything works through itself. It made sense. And then also the quality of this game is perfect. Again, it's an Eagle Griffin game, just like Loop Inc. It has the insert cover, and it also has the game. So it has like this game board that fits inside this area, and then once you take the game board out, you have all your components, and then you have this plastic cover to kind of keep them in place. So super smart. I mean, it's great. There's so many little bits and pieces to just touch, and I mean, it's great, high quality. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth it, and I could see why it's such a great game and why so many people think that it's awesome. So yeah, so those are all the games I acquired. I kind of went wild this month, so probably won't be so many games next month. However, I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope you had a good time at least watching and seeing what I thought and what I acquired. I'm planning to do this once a month. So next month, at the beginning of April, I'm just going to talk to you about the games that I acquired in March and kind of go over them again like I did so. So if you want to subscribe, just go ahead and subscribe. If you want to go ahead and leave any comments, any feedback, go ahead and do so. And yeah, so I hope to see you soon, and I will talk to you later. Bye.